The real name of Ed Husain, who comes from a family with Bangladeshi origins, is Muhammed Mahbub Husain. He uses the name Ed because he is ashamed of the name of our Prophet. May God forbid. He joined Hizb-ut Tahrir and then went in and out of other different groups such as Jamaat-e Islamiyya and the Muslim Brothers. During the time he worked in Syria and Saudi Arabia, he gathered information for the Syrian Intelligence. In his book, he talks about having worked with the Syrian Intelligence Agency, Al-MuhabArat. Claiming that he is untrustworthy, the Saudi Sheikh blocked his entering Saudi Arabia by not granting him visa. Right now, he is not allowed to enter the country. Ed Husain is also a member of an institution named CFR that defines the American foreign policy. This is an organization that espouses the foundation of an independent Kurdistan since 1960s and imbues Turkey in this respect. That does not want a religious government in the Middle East and that supported the coup in Egypt. With considerable support from the British government, he founded a Darwinist think tank, Quilliam Foundation, operating in London. The ostensible goal of this foundation to stand against political Islam and radicalism. All of its three co-founders are former members of Hizb-ut Tahrir. British government allocated £1 million for the operations of this foundation. The founding partners of the foundation receive a very sizable amount of salaries such as £850,000 a year. Furthermore, it is known that many anti-Islamic people such as anti-Islamic atheist author Sam Harris aid this foundation financially. Another one of the co-founders of the Quilliam Foundation is Ed Husain's colleague Maajid Nawaz with Pakistani origins. He also is another former member of Hizb-ut Tahrir. When he was 15, he has been arrested in the United Kingdom as an armed robbery suspect. In 2001, during the time he was a member of Hizb-ut Tahrir, he was arrested in Egypt and stayed in prison until 2006. Maajid Nawaz, who says that the idea of being a Muslim, not in religious sense, but in political sense, seemed more attractive to him, got a lot of reaction from Muslims because of the emperor, may God forbid, caricatures about God and Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, that he shared in his Twitter account. Through the Quilliam Foundation, Maajid Nawaz and Ed Husain collected huge amounts of money from Muslims as well. In the film you are watching on your screen, it is possible to see how Maajid Nawaz spends the money he collected from Muslims. With Muslim-looking pseudo-Hajjs, they have been sending all around the world, again through this foundation. They are carrying out Darwinist and materialist propaganda. Everywhere they go, these pseudo-Hajjs are preaching the lie that there is a reference to the theory of the evolution in the Quran. One of those people is Usama Hassan, who is one of the leading names in the foundation. In his article published in The Guardian, Usama Hassan accuses those who are against evolution with being distant from science. He claims that the works advocating creation are supposedly hindering honest scientific thinking. According to Usama Hassan, the origin of life might be coming from space. In his interview with the BBC, the activist author Ayaan Hirsi Ali, who became an atheist after being born a Muslim, states that the Islam should be reformed and praises Maajid Nawaz, Ed Husain and Usama Hassan, who have ties with the Quilliam Foundation, for their support. Ed Husain and Maajid Nawaz persuade some young people they meet through the Quilliam Foundation with the promise of making them writers and of introducing them to a large circle and make their members. These youngsters with no prior knowledge or experience about being a writer first start with, allegedly, helping the pieces. Ed Husain, Maajid Nawaz, Usama Hassan and other people in this institution write and editing their pieces. In time, they become know-it-all personalities who do not attach any importance to Islamic values, to their own people and state. Furthermore, they start advocating terror organizations such as YPG. They become fans of sometimes UK, sometimes US, sometimes CFR or Evangelic Street. In this way, people like Ed Husain and Maajid Nawaz gather a group of people around them. Moreover, they make these people virtually compelled to their ways by making them feel that they owe it. The Quilliam Foundation, that is in fact an anti-Islamic foundation gathering information against Islam, persuades some youngsters who are members of some Islamic groups and communities, again with these methods and attempts, and gathers information supposedly against those groups and communities. In Islamic countries such as Turkey, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Morocco and Tunisia, lately it became possible to see arrogant, conceited youngsters who look down on their own people, who belittles their own circle. Youngsters who have been introduced into some well-known circles in a very short time and been persuaded that they will soon become very important writers. Convincing the youngsters they are trying to persuade that they are weak and miserable. This institution presents itself consisting of people who actually rule the world and make these people believe that they can only attain power if they join them. Telling these youngsters that they will introduce them to ministers and deputies. They try to make them feel as if they are important people by telling them they belong to their family. The institution has thus enchained hundreds of writers making use of great admiration. These youngsters living in third world countries already have for the military and political power of countries such as UK and US. These people do not actually have any particular skills yet. They improve both the foreign languages they speak and their writing skills as the result of the special training they have been given by the Quilliam Foundation. In this way, they soon become people who can lead the public opinion towards Darwinist and anti-Islamic way of thinking.